Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Yashodanandana Jaya Yashodanandana Yamnatira Vanachari Yamnatira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Jaya Radha Hare Radha Hare Hare Jai Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Yogadika, Jaya Yogadika, Yogadika, Jaya Yogadika, Jaya Yogadika. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Hare Rama Sankirtan ki, Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Ho Vishnupada Paramahansa Prakacharya Sastotana Sandesh and Grace Abhay Charnaruvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. ISKCON BBTVI from the Acharya Savior of the whole world, the most merciful A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमंस परमिताचार्य षष्ठोत्तर सदगुण भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर त्रिनंदी गोस्वामी महाराज की नामाचार्य शिल हरिदास ठाकुर की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद के प्रेम से को जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद के गौर भक्त वृंद के श्री श्री राधा गिरिधारी जी के ललिता विशाखा के जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया के श्री श्री गौरीताई के ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण के all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Hridaya Gaurahi Premanande. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयामुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टके Grantha Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran, Canto 4, Chapter 29, entitled Talks Between Narada and King Rajin Parishad. Today we'll try text 5. Buddhim tu pramadam vidyam Buddhim tu pramadam vidyam Mama aham iti yakritam Mama aham iti yakritam यामधिष्ठाय देहस्मिन् यामधिष्ठाय देहस्मिन् पुमान् भुङ्क्ते अक्षभिर्गुणा पुमान् भुङ्क्ते अक्षभिर्गुणा बुद्धिं तु प्रमादां विद्या ममाहमिति यत्कृतम् यामधिष्ठाय देहे अस्मि पुमान् भुङ्क्ते अक्षभिर्गुणा पुमान् भुङ्क्ते अक्षभिर्गुणा पुमान् भुङ्क्ते अक्षभिर्गुणा Time is less. Bhuntetu pramadadikva yamaham iti yatkritam yamadistaya de asme puman bhunte akshamiguna Buddhintu pramadam mamaham yamadistaya dehe asmin puman bhunte akshmeguna buddhintu pramadam kritam yamadistaya dehe asmin puman bhunte akshmeguna buddhintu pramadam vidyam mamaham iti yatkritam yamadistaya dehe asmin The word meaning Buddhi, intelligence. Who then Pramadam, the young woman, Paranjani, Vidya, one should know. Mama, my, Aham, I, Iti, thus, Yat, Pritam, done by intelligence. Yam, which intelligence. Adhisthaya, taking shelter of. Dehe, Dehe, in the body. Asmin, these Puman, the living entity. Bhumte, suffers and enjoys. Akshabi, by the senses. Gunan, the moods of material nature. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. The great sage Narada continued. The word pramada mentioned in this regard refers to material intelligence or ignorance. It should be understood as such. When one takes shelter of this kind of intelligence, he identifies himself with material body, influenced by the material consciousness of I and mine. He begins to enjoy and suffer through his senses. Thus, the living entity is entrapped. Comfort. In the material existence, so-called intelligence is actually ignorance. When intelligence is cleared up, it is called buddhi yoga. In other words, when intelligence is dovetailed with desires of Krishna, it is called buddhi yoga or bhakti yoga. Therefore, in Bhagavad Gita 10:10, Krishna says, Tesham satatayuktam bhajantam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena payanti te. To those who are constantly devoted and worship me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. Real intelligence means linking with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When this is done, the Supreme Personality of Godhead from within gives one the real intelligence by which one can return home back to Godhead. Intelligence in the material world is described in this verse as pramada, because in material existence, the living entity falsely claims to be his. He thinks, I am the monarch of all I survey. This is ignorance. Actually, nothing belongs to him. Even the body and the senses do not belong to him, for they are given to him by the grace of the Lord to satisfy his different propensity through material energy. Nothing actually belongs to the living entity because he becomes mad after everything, claiming, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. Janasi moha ayam aham mameti. This is called illusion. Nothing belongs to the living entity, but he claims that everything belongs to him. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommends that the false intelligence be purified. Cheto Janam. When the mirror of intelligence is polished, the real activities of the living entity begins. This means that when a person comes to the platform of Krishna consciousness, his real intelligent act at that time, he knows that everything belongs to Krishna and nothing belongs to him. As long as one thinks that everything belongs to him, he is in material consciousness. And when he knows perfectly that everything belongs to Krishna, he is in Krishna consciousness. ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितां तां सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगना ललितां हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपीश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः प्रजापतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओके महादेव याई गुरु विभु निर्माय से ते यदमशु पुरुष भुंते गुणां षोडश षोडश आत्मका सोलां कृष्ण भगवान बचांसि में सोलां कृष्ण भगवान बचांसि में सोलां कृष्ण भगवान बचांसि में। अखिल जगत गुरु वचन से अमां अलंकृत करी वर्षमत तुमा तब कृपा होय मोर कथा शुद्ध होय दुनिया सब सुख तुझे बुझे मुखम करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपा तमं वन्दे श्री गुरु दीनतारिणे मुखेर भाग्यवान श्री रूपलाल। Hare Krishna. International Society for Krishna Consciousness is called Auckland. Welcomes all the devotees for very morning Srimad Bhagavatam. Please accept the blessings of Sri Radha Giridhariji and His Divine Grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srimad Bhagavatam is life of Vaishnavas. Srimad Bhagavatam is the heart of Vaishnavas. Srimad Bhagavatam is the topmost property of Vaishnavas. Srimad Bhagavatam is Krishna in his literary form. Srimad Bhagavatam is a swan-like literature. It's a Paramahansa Samhita. Srimad Bhagavatam is being recited by the swan-like, the topmost swan-like devotee, Sukdev Goswami Maharaj, meditating on the pastimes, form and the qualities of Krishna, the Supreme Person of Godhead. He comes to Haridwar, Sukatal, bank of the Ganges, where King Parikshit has taken a vow to fast until death. And he recites the wonderful pastime of Narada Muni meeting King Prachina Parishad. Narada Muni, Narada means one who can give Narayan to others. The means giving, Nara means Narayan. Narada saw King Prachin Parishad is engaged in an activity of killing animals in the name of sacrifice. And the sacrifice is for satisfying his senses so that he can have higher sense gratification, not in this human body, but in heavenly body in the heavens. So he was thinking, what is happening? How glorious is the lineage, the dynasty coming from Dhruva Maharaj, Brahmaji, Swayambhu Manu, Uttanapad, his uncle Priyabrata, Dhruv Maharaj and his son, etc. Such wonderful lineage. Ritu Maharaj is coming in this lineage. Everybody is going back home, back to God, and they know the goal of life. What is he doing here? He wants to go to heaven and is not thinking about going to back home, back to God. So Narad Muni was feeling compassion for this king. He could not explain King Prachin Parishad that what he is doing is not correct. Because Prachin Parishad was infatuated with the desire to have higher sense gratification. I'll be in the heavens, the seventh heaven. I'll be with the damsels of heaven, the beautiful angels, the apsaras of heaven. They will be dancing, I'll be dancing. They will be singing, I'll be singing. Everything will be very fragrant. Everything will be beautiful. I'll be swinging in slow motion. They will also be swinging in slow motion. What a life! Let me sacrifice animals after animals. So this is not right, because in this world, for every action there is reaction. He was giving pain to the animals. The reaction will be he will get pain. There's a saying, as we sow, so we reap. We do good, good comes to us. We do bad, bad comes to us. So Narada Muni was feeling a compassion. Vaishnavas are known as Paradukha Dukhi. He was feeling bad. Oh, this king will be suffering after some time. How bad, how sad. His forefathers have been so glorious. What is happening to them? Prachin means for long time, but he has been doing sacrifices. Barishad is kind of a grass which is pointed. So he was doing so much sacrifice that so for doing sacrifice one has to sit on an asana, and this asana was made of the grass which is called as barishad. And 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 these grasses were there for, so he was doing sacrifices in many places. Almost the whole of the earth was covered by the grasses. Prachin Parishad. He was doing it for so long. So he was feeling very sorry. But the king was not coming out of his mentality of enjoying this world. So Narad Muni gave him an eyes, and he said, "Oh my king, dear king, look in the sky." And he said, "Yes." And see, then he saw there was goats, there were buffaloes, and there were other things. They were with swords in the hand and saying, "Bobo Rajan, come on, king. You have killed me, and I will kill you now. You have killed me, I will kill you now. You have killed me, I will kill you now. Now, now." How many times have we done? As many times. If that one time, two times, 100 times have we done? Yes. He got a shock of his life. Then Narad Muni started telling what he's doing. There was a king once upon a time, and his name was Puranjan. He had a beautiful wife called as Puranjani. One day he went to the forest and was killing animals after animal after. As many animals Puranjan killed, so many times he had to take birth. So now King Prachin Parishad is saying, "You told an allegory, Upakayan, Akyan, Upakayan. Akyan means the main story. Upa means the secondary or subsidiary story to support the, like Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he writes Upakayan. Very nice, small stories. wherein he explains many things. Like he tells the story of a circus. And the circus is actually first time it has come to the village. All the villagers are gathered. Wow, 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 wow. Circus, circus, circus. But the condition of the circus is everybody will stand in a queue. And one person will enter the tent and rest everybody will wait till he goes out. So the first person goes, and in the tent everything is dark. Suddenly he comes to the center of the, says, now I will have a good time, I will have a good time, I will have a good time, I will have a good time. And suddenly the lights on, and he says, a very hefty person, and he says, welcome, welcome. And he says, wow, something good is going to happen. And as soon as he comes near, he gives a slap. So painful. Tap, another slap. Then he said, what did I do? I came to hear this circus. This is circus. Then he runs away. But at the same time, he thinks, oh, if I go crying, people will say that I was beaten. So he quietly goes out and he smiles. Wow, 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 wow. What happened? Wow, it's out of the world. A-full. What an experience. Wow. I have no words to say because he had no words to say. So what happened? So the next person says, wow, he had a good time. The next goes, he also gets beaten up. And the third goes, but everybody says, wow, wow, wow. Nobody is speaking the truth. Similarly, this material world, everybody is suffering, but nobody says the truth. My dear son, I had a good time. You also have a good time, get married, have children. And so it goes on and on and on and on and on. Nobody's saying that put an end to it. Take Krishna consciousness. It's called an upakyan. It's an allegory. Similarly, Puranjan is cheated by Puranjani, the wife. Pur means a city with 9 gates. Pur means city, like Jagannath Puri, other no, Mathura Puri. They are called Puris. Puri means city where people stay. And one who stays in the Puri is called Puranjan. And in the 5th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says this body is a city of 9 gates, 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, 6, mouth, 7. And the rectum and the anus, total 9 gates. And one who's staying in this city of 9 gates is called Puranjan, that the soul. The soul in this material world is accompanied by this subtle body called as intelligent false ego and mind. Spiritual body, subtle body, and the gross body. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, we have Bhishma Pitama. He is in the bed of arrows, very special bed, almost 40 plus days. And the whole of the Pandavas were into doing the final rites. Here Bhishma Pitama is his body is painful, but his mind is peaceful. He is blissful, thinking about Krishna, 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 Krishna. He's thinking about Krishna. So Krishna says that my devotee, they never forget me. In the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, those devotees, even I don't forget. So Krishna is, everybody forgot that there was someone called Bhishma Pitama. He was shot by Arjun on the 10th day. So Bhishma Pitama is, everybody forgot. But Krishna says, Yudhishthir, you are in dilemma, you are confused, you have forgotten your duty. I am explaining, the sages are explaining, but he is not understanding. He said, only your grandfather Bhishma will explain. So everybody forgot, but Krishna did not forget. He took Yudhishthir Maharaj along with 5 Pandavas. When Bhishma Pitama looks at Krishna, and Bhishma Pitama explains Yudhishthir that it is Krishna's plan that you should be the king. So don't worry, whatever happened is according to Krishna's plan. And Krishna, it's whatever is done, it's a spiritual act. There will be no reaction for you. Everything was explained. Yudhishthir Maharaj was happy. Now he says, my dear Krishna, I have one request. My request is, I have a daughter. Everybody said, wow, Bhishma. He was saying that he is a celibate. He is a brahmachari. He has got no wives. Now the secret has come out. The cat is out of the bag. So it was the greatest assembly of all the sages. Because Bhishma Pitama was going to address to Yudhishthir Maharaj. He will be speaking about dharma. He will be speaking about the higher values of life. So all the sages from the whole universe had come. The Raja Rishis, the Deva Rishis, the Maharishis, the Brahma Rishis, everyone were gathered there. Narad Muni was there, and Vyasa Muni, everybody was gathered. And they knew what Bhishma Pitama is up to, but others were thinking, wow, now we got the masalas. This will go viral like anything. Wow! They were waiting for it, waiting for it. Everybody is on, what is Bhishma Pitama going to ask? Then Bhishma Pitama says, I have a daughter. I am looking for a favorable bride. My daughter is of the marriageable age. She is chaste. For her, I want a perfect match. Iti mati kalpita. So he says that Mati, it is my daughter, which is chaste, pure, marriageable age, looking for a perfect match. Who can be the perfect match but you, Krishna? So everybody understands. He calls his intelligence as his daughter. And he says, my intelligence is chaste. My intelligence never ever, like a chaste lady is pure, is always in pure love with Krishna and looking for a perfect match. So that pure intelligence is our real friend. That pure intelligence is our ever well-wisher, and it will take us close to Krishna. Tesham satati pranam chintam priti dadami buddhi. But in case of Puranjan, he was his intelligence was contaminated by the three modes of material nature. In the 14th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains the three modes very nicely. How the intelligence is affected by the three modes. To understand the three modes, we can take the example of three brothers, Vibhishan, Kumbhakarna, and Ravan. When the intelligence is behind money and women, it's like Ravan, money and women, it's passion. When the intelligence is mad, furious, lazy and crazy, then that is Kumbhakarna, mode of ignorance. Whereas when the intelligence is saying, do good, be good, do good for others, it's like Vibhishan. So all this Narad Muni is saying that Puranjan is a living entity who is in this material world with a contaminated consciousness. This contaminated consciousness is the wife of King Puranjan, and the name of that contaminated consciousness, the queen, is Puranjani, and the Puranjani is influenced by the three modes of material nature. Sometimes something good, then she'll say, wow, let us do good for them. But when the intelligence contaminated is Rajagun, then money and women, passion. Sometimes the intelligence is contaminated, then it talks about killing people or destroying others. That is mode of ignorance. Prakriti kriyamanani gunakarmani sarvasa ahankara vimudatma karta. In this way, a living entity, sometimes he earns a lot of money and he says, I am the richest man. I, with my intelligence, I got so much money. It's an empire. But no, it was the passion, the mode of passion which was making you run here and there. But he thinks I did it. And a person may think, wow, I came first in university. I got PhD. I am very intelligent. No, I did not study. The mode of goodness made me study. Or if some may say that I have destroyed the Twin Tower. No, the mode of ignorance made you mad and you broke the towers. An intelligent person knows that. But here Narad Muni is saying, because of this impure intelligence, which is not chaste to Krishna, one thinks that whatever I see belongs to me. forgetting that I belong to Krishna, whatever is with me belongs to Krishna, and starts tries to enjoy this world and is in the cycle of action reaction. So Puranjan has killed so many animals in the jungle. Now he has to get many birth. So somewhere Prachin Parishad is thinking, I have killed so many animals. They were saying, come, come, I will kill you. So he is now thinking, who is this Puranjan? He says, you are that Puranjan. And who is that Puranjani? That is your contaminated intelligence. Now what should I do? Purify your intelligence. Cheto Darpan Marjan. That happens by chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare. One may be in mode of ignorance, but Krishna consciousness is so pure that it can purify ignorance, passion, and goodness from us. Srila Prabhupada did that. Those who were in ignorance, they were hippies in drugs and everything. But Srila Prabhupada was so kind and compassionate. He made the hippies happy, the rishis, the Chinese into munis, and the Japanese to do japa, and the unhappy to happy. That was Prabhupada. The hippies were in mode of ignorance, but Srila Prabhupada made them chant. They came into, more than mode of goodness, pure goodness. Albert Ford is a mode of passion, making money, but Srila Prabhupada made him devotee, and he is now in making big temples for Krishna. Bhakti Swarup Damodar Maharaj, scientist, PhD. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, double MBA. They are all intelligent class. In mode of goodness, Srila Prabhupada made them devotees. They are doing some great things for. So Krishna consciousness can purify any kind of intelligence and bring us to the track. So for us, for the Bhagavatam is speaking for us through Narad Muni, saying that Prachin Parishad is definitely going to become a pure devotee. But not only Prachin Parishad, even we are Puranjan. But when will we purify our intelligence? When will we take up this Krishna consciousness? When will we understand that we have got very limited time in this human body, and this has to be utilized to purify the intelligence and love Krishna and come back to Godhead. The time is very less, so let us do our best and make our life successful. Please, Prabhupada and Gurudev. Hare Krishna. Any questions? You got a question? Please. You want to? Okay, fine.
And then he knew that the people of Punjab began very innovative. So he then summarized the Vedas and all the knowledge of the Vedas. So how do we know the stories that the Veda Vyas has written are not allegory stories to explain the purpose of the Vedas, but that they're actually real stories? How do we know that they're not old stories like Puranjan?
A very nice question. Once again, your good name? Nitya? Nitya. Gopal Krishna Prabhu. Nitya Gopal Krishna Prabhu. Very nice question. The question is, here Narad Muni is quoting the story of Puranjan and Puranjani, which is an allegory, Upa-Akhya. Okay, yesterday was Vyas Muni's appearance, and Vyasa Muni has written many pastimes. How can we say that what Vyasa Muni said is a true story, or to explain the Vedas, he's giving some allegories? Yeah, very nice. One thing is, for us, we are fortunate to have a Acharya who says that this particular section is allegory, it's Upakya. And whereas the section of Dhruva Maharaj is a true pastime which took place long time ago, it is Purana. So the Acharyas clearly explain us what is Itihas, the history, what are the pastimes which took place long ago, the Puranas, and in the Puranas, what are the allegories or the Upakyans. The main storyline, to explain the main storyline, the subsidiary. So this is how, with the help of Acharyas, we are saved from making a mistake. This is the easiest way. Because the Acharyas get the knowledge from the previous Acharyas. Then again the question can be asked, where does the previous Acharya get the knowledge? It comes from Krishna. So then the question comes, where is Krishna getting the knowledge? The answer is Krishna is all knowledgeable. So whatever knowledge he gives is perfect. So it comes down the disciplinic succession. So there are two disciplinic succession. One is the Sampradaya, Guru Shishya Parampara, which will never break. The other disciplinic succession is Raja Rishi, which is explained in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. With time, it got contaminated, so it has to be revived. So we are fortunate to be in Sampradaya, which will never ever break. Till the time, even one conditioned soul is there, there will be a spiritual master, there will be Sampradaya. This is Krishna's compassion for that living entity, conditioned soul. So Krishna is very kind. He is very kind. He wants all of us to come out of this mess. So Krishna from his side is doing everything and anything to help us. If we take a small step, Krishna will be very happy and he will do the rest. That is, we should have a desire. Krishna, I want to love you, or Krishna, I want to come back to you. That's all. Then everything is the game. It's a game. The game is changed. It's a game changer. Krishna is doing so much for us. So the acharyas will help us to understand what is allegory and what is this thing. Even the allegories have got a philosophical, touch to it. It has got it gives us siddhanta and principles. So even if we take things as allegory, it will help us to understand the truth. Okay, it's a nice question. Nitya Gopal Krishna. Prabhu. Any other questions? Okay, so we'll give rest to today's class. ग्रंथ श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, श्री श्री राधा गिरिधारी जी की, जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की जय, श्री श्री गौर निताय की, निताय गौर हरि प्रेमानंदे।